Hey everyone, Agnach here. Welcome to another video. A few days ago I brought this army that was giving me excellent results. The Tri-Braid is just super strong at the moment and very easy to use. And as you can see, on my first day of the August season I finished with a perfect day, 320 trophies, thank you very much. And sadly on day 2 an 86% 1-star and a 95% 2-star kept me from getting another perfect day, but still got 285 trophies with a 1-star, which is really high. These are my day 2 results with all 3 of my accounts, and I had 18 out of 24 triples. If you look at my log, I have never had as many triples as I do now. So you can trust me when I say that this army is nuts. So strong, it's not even funny. So let me show you my A triples from day 1. So this was my first attack of the season, and as I said before, you use the king and the queen on one of the sides just to funnel them. Then I usually use an inferno dragon sometimes just to make sure that the king goes for the wall with the yak. However, on this occasion he didn't, but that's okay. Send my Tribrid in on the left hand side with the double rage and the early vulnerability with the blink from behind for to go to the tank hole. Now what do I look on a base? Basically, I have a look where the eagle is. I check where the sweepers are pointing, because usually I don't want to come in with my dragons against the sweeper. If I see the value and I have to come in against the sweeper, then I'll do it. But usually for me to come against the sweeper, I need to be going straight into a scatter shot that has a queen and the eagle is just next to it, and sadly the sweeper is just behind it. But I'm happy to push, because usually when you're sending them in and you're using a vulnerability so early, you want to go into an area where there's a lot of damage, because you're gonna be under vulnerability, right? And with the 2 rages, they're gonna be going through that area very quickly. So that's usually what I see as my point of entry, and most of the time behind the town hall or on the side of the town hall. I don't go straight into the town hall. Over here we've got the king and the queen again. I'm gonna send them into that eagle compartment. That's the other thing that I usually do. Send my heroes into the eagle, clear that bit, and then send my dragons, or well, my Tribrid just next to them with the double rage and the early vulnerability. And sometimes if the tank hole is all the way to the other side of the map, I will wait for a little bit before I send my blimp. The other thing I look when in my whatever seconds I have of planning, I just have a look and see how many air targeting defenses are in my path of the blimp, and if I'm gonna have to be using a lot of freezes along the way, or if I can use those freezes to save my dragon riders or my dragons around the base. Because if I don't have to use the freezes for my blimp, then it's perfect. I can just send the blimp and let it go, and if it hits the tornado, that's fine if there's not air targeting defenses. But if there's a lot of air targeting defenses, I need to wait for those dragons to really go through the base to be able to get as much value as I can. Then we've got this other base. Again, the tank hole is on the left hand side, the eagle's at the top. I want to get rid of the eagle as soon as I can, so I put the king and the queen on the right hand side just to funnel that side. I know there's a single target inferno, but that's okay. I'm sending my Tribrid directly into the eagle. They're going to be able to get rid of the queen as well. As you can see here, I'm going against the sweeper, but that's fine. The single was targeting my king, so I had to freeze that single nice and quick. The queen ends up getting rid of one of the ADs. My blimp gets all the way to the tank hole. Again, you use that rage for the tank hole, and sometimes you might even have to invest a freeze as well. On this occasion I didn't have to, but sometimes you might have to. Over here I'm just investing the freezes just to make sure that my dragon riders and the inferno dragons at the top can clear the rest of that area. And then I've got a lot of dragons and inferno dragons just clearing the other single with my royal champion. Now the royal champion is pretty much whichever way your army is going. I usually will send her directly into one of the ADs just to get rid of that AD nice and quick. But keep an eye that you're not sending her directly into the king, or if the CC hasn't come out at ground CC, don't send her directly into the CC, which I've done many times, because then the lava hound or the ice golems will get pulled and everything will be useless. So over here again, king queen on one of the sides at 12. Send the Tribrid just on the left hand side with the blame from behind. I freeze that sweeper, so a lot of the time I will freeze the sweeper a couple of times, but then instead of zapping, you want to have that sweeper there, because see how it's pushing all my dragons. He's the sweeper is pushing them away from the poison, so it's actually helping me that the sweeper is pushing my dragons away from that poison. Otherwise they would have flown into the poison and die. But over here they're all flying around the base. We've got the royal champion complementing the queen, just getting rid of some more defenses. Now there's only one archer tower left, and then it's just clean up against Jeremy. So this was another nice attack. Up next we've got Marlboro. Now this base is just weird, but this is the reason why I don't build bases, because I end up coming up with something like this. So I decided to put my blimp there directly into the tank hole. Now that I put the blimp directly into the tank hole, I'm like, okay, well I'm just gonna use the queen just to funnel that area, put my dragons up there. Now I want them to fly from 12 down towards 9, having the king around 9 o'clock to get rid of that royal champion and push my dragons towards the center of the base. So as you can see, this is not like my normal attack, and this base is really not normal. I've never seen something like this before. Many holes all over the place, but a lot of the time with my attacks, if I see something that is not normal, it takes me a little while to figure out what to do. But on this occasion I just completely saw that, get rid of the town hall, queen to funnel some buildings, and my dragons, they're gonna go into the center of the base, have my king on the outside, and then just get my royal champion from like 3 o'clock just to get rid of the other scattershot, while my dragons are getting rid of the eagle. And then it was just clean up, and we ended up getting Marlboro as well. Very interesting looking base. And yeah, if you're gonna build your bases, just make sure that you don't have holes all over the place, otherwise it makes it very easy to put your blimp there. Now we've got this one, which looks like a more powerful base. Yeah, ring base as well, and this army is so good against rings. If you hate rings, this is amazing. Again, king, queen on one of the sides. I want them to break through the wall, and they're gonna be able to go and get rid of the AD. Send my Tribrid in with the nice and early vulnerability. Send the blimp from behind. The blimp gets all the way to the temple. As you can see, both sweepers were facing to the southeast, so that's why I decided to come in from that side. Usually I will prefer to come in directly into the eagle, but on this occasion, because both sweepers were facing that way, I'm like, nope, I'm coming from behind. I know there might be a tornado trap or something, but I don't care. And there we go. Here I did what I tell you not to do with the royal champion. The CC hadn't been pulled out, the lava hound hadn't been pulled out, and I send my royal champion and she pulls out the lava hound, and then pretty much just makes her useless. So the lava hound would have been pulled out anyway with the queen, but yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing it really depends how your attack is going. Then we've got this base, which is quite common as well. The walls aren't really maxed out, but we're coming with air, so it really doesn't matter if the walls are maxed out or not. Again, the same approach, king, queen on one of the corners to get rid of the AD and the buildings and funnel my troops, and then just send everything in with the blimp from behind. We ended up finding that tornado. Now on bases like this where there's scatter shots on both sides, I started doing this where I'm freezing both scatter shots at the same time, and that pretty much negates all of the damage there in the core and allows my troops just to keep flying around the whole base. I don't know, it's just something I've started doing with bases that are exactly like this, and it ends up working. So maybe you want to do something like that. Now we don't have any more spells, but we still have the royal champion with her ability. We've got the queen with her ability, and the walls are open everywhere, so it's just clean up. And this attack is so quick that it doesn't even matter if you only have heroes left. Like the cleanup is so you get like a minute to clean up. One of my attacks actually the other day was 1 minute and 15 seconds. I just couldn't believe how fast this attack is. So here we've got the king and queen again. We've got the dragon riders coming in at 8 o'clock. The king beats through the wall. That's going to allow my queen to be able to reach the eagle, the royal champion, the AD, while my blimp is flying into the town hall. Now this base has 4 air expos. Air expos doesn't really matter. You were trying to defend against dragons. Well, dragons are so OP at the moment that you can't defend against them. However, you do have to come in from the right side. Obviously, if you come in directly into the town hall and everything dies to the town hall poison, then this attack will not be as strong. So that's I think that's the only bit that you do need to be able to see how to come in against the base, which side is the best, because then after that the deployment of dragons is nice and easy. Like, it really doesn't matter, and you don't even have to funnel them. You just put them there, they fly into the base, they get rid of the base, you get a triple, you're happy, everything is good. So that's the army. Again, 9 loons, 4 dragons, 5 inferno dragons, 4 dragon riders, 4 rages, 5 freezers, 1 poison, and dragon rider and 4 loons in the CC with the blimp. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more Clash. See ya.